G'day everyone, how's it going? Just running a little bit ahead of schedule for a shoot that I'm heading to today, so thought I'd come down and check out the beach. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's just about, what's the time? About 6:45 this morning. Got a shoot starting at 7 and I'll get there a little bit earlier. It's about 5 minutes away from here. And yeah, I'm gonna just show you guys the setup for this shoot. It's quite an interesting shoot. It's like a tutorial that a friend of mine's doing. So basically we've got like a 2-camera setup. I'm shooting on a 4K camera and then like on the 5D Mark IV, and then I'm cropping in on that. So I'm coming down to like, you know, I'm exporting that out to 1920 by 1080, so full HD, and then I'm actually cropping in on that to get a second shot, and just keeps the engagement really high. Like his director camera in both, both shots, and then I've got a top-down shot as well. And then Ryan, who I'm shooting with today, he's running a screenshot as well. So I want to show you the setup for that today. So I'm going to take you through and show you how I'm running the overhead camera, what cameras I'm running, 5D Mark IV and the 5D3, and how they're set up, what lenses I've got on each camera, the lighting scenario for that, because it looks really cool. And yeah, I'll just take you on a bit of a journey with me today. Hopefully you guys can get something out of it and you can see some of the work I do. What I'm doing with Ryan is every week I'm shooting content for him, and it's basically like tutorial type sessions that he's put out there. And you know, there's a paid subscription to his stuff, or you can purchase all at once. So yeah, basically I'm working on that, and pretty busy down here this morning. There's bike riders and walkers and everything coming along. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. Now I'm prepping as well to go away on a trip. So in 2 days time I fly out of Gold Coast and head to Thailand. And yeah, go on a trip. It's a bit hush hush, not really allowed to explain the details of the trip or anything, but I'll be gone for 2 weeks. That's all expenses paid, and I'll be shooting content for the company that it's a non-for-profit organisation. I'll be shooting content for them. As I said, I can't tell you about the details of that, but basically I'll be heading off on Saturday morning, 6:30 AM, and not sure of the vlog content I'll be doing while I'm there, but I hope to capture some of the trip, and whatever I can share with you I'm going to compile together in a vlog and get that uploaded while I'm away. So within about a week of me going, probably about 10 days from now, I'll get that content up and you can check out what I'm doing. I'm taking the DJI Mavic Pro. I've been loving shooting on that. I've been shooting on that now for just about 3 shoots, and yeah, I'm loving the image that's coming out of that. I shot during the middle of the day and the image came out really clean and crisp, so I'm really stoked with that. But yeah, like we'll check out now this next shoot, what I'm going to now, and yeah, follow along and we'll see you when I get there. Cheers. So basically I've just got everything set up here now and ready to go. Ryan's just finalising stuff. We're about 10 minutes away from starting. Got to set up this whiteboard here on the desk, and then I'll set up this C-stand with the 5D Mark III as a top-down camera. I'll just show you the rest of the stuff I've just set up. So we got the 5D Mark IV. I'm going to run it with the Rode just to get scratch audio, and if I need to drop to a second audio feed, if anything happens with the boom mic we're using. Going to use the 50mm. We're right back in the back of the back of the space, right up against the wall here, and basically I'm going to use a 50mm and shoot it in 4K. So this is a really nice looking lens in 4K. It crops in nice and small. So that's kind of set up there on the Benro tripod, which is nice and sturdy. And then we've got just 2 lights. These are just cheap lights I run. just kind of a white light, and one here and one here. This will be his main light for his face. It's kind of like a key light, and I'm using this one as a bit of fill light, which is going to fill out the whiteboard and fill a little bit of Ryan's face on the opposite side as the key light. That's the main lighting setup, and then there's some lights in here that we're going to use as well. We're going to keep these on. These are casting a nice little orange onto the rest of the frame, give the frame a little bit of a pop and a bit of different colour at the back of the frame. So I'm running the Rode NTG2 microphone, and it's running into what's called a FET head, which basically boosts the gain of the microphone, boosts the input gain by 10 dB, I think it is. Running that just on a boom mic, and that's that. This is the C stand running for the overhead cam shot. This is a Manfrotto, I don't know what it is. It's like a, I don't know, it's just a cheap Manfrotto head. It's an MH293A3RC1, and that works really well for the 5D3. It's just got a clip that clips in, quick release plate, clips in, holds the weight of the camera. It's quite heavy with the, I'm running the 24mm f1.4 lens on this for the top down. No, it's quite heavy. This holds it up super well, and it all tightens just by this one arm here. So that's pretty much a setup for audio recording. Got the Zoom H5, that's what I'm running audio with, and that's going to give me great audio and boom mic audio. Now, when Ryan's sort of gesturing to camera, he's basically talking and it's picking up in the microphone. As he then turns down to right on the whiteboard, which would be set up on the table here, what happens is automatically, or like, you know, naturally, he'll come away from the mic. So as I cut to the second shot, it's a really great sound, because it's almost like it's a second shot with a second audio source, when really I'm just shooting from the one audio source. The room's got carpet, which is good. We haven't really done any acoustic treatment, but I was really happy with the audio we got from here. The carpet absorbs a lot, and yeah, it's actually feels pretty natural. The audio straight out of the NTG2 and the Zoom H5. So that's pretty much the setup, guys. What I'll do, I'm just going to quickly get the rest of it set up once Ryan's ready to go, and then I'll just show you around the final setup with the overhead camera setup and everything like that. Yeah, hopefully you guys got something out of this, and then I'll talk about the settings that I'm shooting in and how I'm setting up the cameras as well at some stage. So cool, we'll see you back in a sec. Okay, sweet, so we are ready. We've got the final setups going, everything is matching what we shot last week, and I'm loving the framing. I'll take you across and let's have a look at some of the framing for this. So this is what I call the A cam. This is a 4K shot, so I'm gonna shoot this in 4K. And I'll just show you here what I've got info-wise. So shooting it in, can you see, probably can't see that, 4K 25 frames per second. We've got face tracking autofocus on, so it's going to track Ryan as he moves, if he moves in and out of frame, as he gestures down to the whiteboard, that's going to capture all of that. I'm shooting 50 shutter, which is double my frame rate, 1.8 aperture, which is going to keep him nice and crisp in the depth of field and give a little bit of blur to our background. I'm shooting onto, I'm going to change that actually, I want to shoot onto my other card, because this card is a 256 GB card, so it's going to do continuous 4K in one single file. Custom white balance, this white balance based on a shot that I took last week, and I'm happy with how it translates. I was going to take another shot, but I think our lighting is pretty much exactly as per the setup last week. So I'm shooting in standard picture profile. So haters gonna hate, but it means that I can just get this cut up straight away. I'm loving the look of it. We've set the lighting up to get the look that we want. Ryan's skin tone's great, not too much green, not too much magenta. So it really looks natural when it comes through. My ISO is a little bit higher, it's 160, just to get my histogram where I want it to be. So little tiny pop of overexposure, probably just in the in the back here, maybe in the create or die. So even now I might just bump up to 2. Yeah, to 2, just to get rid of that little pop of overexposure. Could be on the computer here as well, where we're getting a little pop. But otherwise, that's the scene for camera A. And the crop in, which I can't show you, but basically the crop in will be, you know, framing around about where Ryan's create or die logo is, and then up, probably cutting off just the top of his hair and down. So that's my second crop in shot that I'm going to use. So Rode VideoMic set up, it's on, good to go. I've got my audio set to manual, so everything's right to go there. Let's cruise across to here, show you top down shot. So this is top down camera. Let's get focus here. Okay, top down shot. So this is going to be where Ryan's doing a lot of his teaching, and it really translates well when you're teaching, even if there's course content, just to write things down, to take notes. So basically we'll set this up edge to edge on the whiteboard, and I can crop in a little bit in post. White balance on this camera is auto because majority of the frame is white, and I've got basically 25 frames per second matching my other shot, and I have the aperture is at 1.4, I think, or are we at 1.4? No, we're at 1.7, and we've got 1 over 50 shutter and 100 ISO. So that's pretty much my shot there. Now see, I'm running at 46% battery, so I'm going to switch out to a brand new battery before I hit the record button. Hopefully we can get the whole session in one take, so without having the camera click off or anything like that. So I'm going to switch that battery out and we're going to get started. Ryan, how you feeling?
Good, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
Good.
Boring old world that we live in if it wasn't for us sharing our creativity with the world. Now, I want to also, so you've got that settled now, you're no longer experienced, you're an expert, and I want to prove it to you, okay, what it means to be a creative, as opposed to just someone who builds out a project, who creates and just does the task, fulfills the task, the job is done. Okay? Big difference between idea creation and creating for his clients, as opposed to someone who just fulfills a job. Now, what I want to ask you is a question. Right? I'm gonna mention a company, I'm gonna mention a brand, and I want to know what the first person comes to mind. Right? I say the company Apple. Who is it?
Well, just wrapped up here with Ryan, and yeah, had a really good good shoot this morning. Went awesome. Ryan smashed the whole hour-long session of his, which was Module 3 in his Create or Die course, in 1 hour, so one sitting. So it was awesome. Basically, yeah, just ran the cameras the whole time. I was using, I wanted to mention Magic Lantern on the 5D Mark III, which is a top-down camera. Basically, that means there's a continuous record function where the camera doesn't stop. And then I was just monitoring the 5D4, and at 30 minutes I had to just basically hit record again. So there'll be a little snippet which I missed of the frontal camera, but you know, like it'll be 2 seconds or 3 seconds. And that was when Ryan was gesturing down to the slide, and he was you know, illustrating or writing on the whiteboard as well. So that's something that just had to overcome because of the 30-second or 29.99 minute record time on the 5D Mark IV. But other than that, awesome shoot, captured all the audio, captured all the content, and it looks amazing. And yeah, thanks so much for following along. And yeah, if there's any questions, just make sure you drop them down in the comments. If you like this video, give me a good thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe for more content and to check out the travels and the trip I'll be going on in the next couple of days. I fly away on that, and yeah, be along with me on that, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.
You.